cave. Why not? Let's go inside. Aha. Oh, this person set up some serious traps. Did I get hit by that? I think it blew up my friend here, not me. You have to remember, just because I can go through traps doesn't mean my followers can go through traps. Okay, it didn't even injure me at all. I think this is one of the survivalists. The Big Book of Science. I think this is going to bring me up to 100 science, isn't it? Hey, nice. Yeah, this is one of the survivalists' camps. We'll learn more about his story as we keep playing. There we go, survivalist bounty. Anti-venom is always useful. More shotgun shells is always useful too. Yeah, his story is heartbreaking. The survivalist. Here we go. 2077. This is when the bombs fell. October 28th, 5 days on foot, still can't sleep. Outside is like nothing happened. Sky looks wrong, that's all. Hike back to overturned Nat Guard truck near Tocqueville? After Blister's Hill, maybe. Looks like USG's team was researching something here in the cave. Cleared out when the bombs fell, left their equipment behind. Probably thought they had families to run back to. Char must have said this out loud 1,000 times walking here. Maybe writing it will make it feel like you're heard. You were right. I was north of Spanish Fork, took the 77 along Provo Bay to steer clear of town. Would have been home in an hour. Engine died. Truck just stopped. So did a crisis in the other lane. Knew right away. First nuke hit SLC inside a minute. I was looking south. Lucky man. Flash behind me so bright, the world looked like it was on fire. Old couple from the crisis starts screaming they can't see. Didn't watch you die, Char. Saved my eyes. Counted 12 more flashes the next 7 minutes. Ground shook each time, 18 seconds later. When nothing hit for half an hour, didn't look. Globe of fire where you and Alex died. Didn't kid myself. Didn't know what to do. Grabbed my pack and rifle. Saw to the old couple. Sat him up against the car. Let him hold and comfort each other. Told him I was gonna go get help. Everything be okay. One bullet through both heads. Instant. 5-day hike back to Zion. He told me, stop running off to the wild. Man belongs with his family. You were right, you were right, you were right, you were right. Wasn't there to hold you and my boy. Died without me. Never touch you or him again. Should shoot myself what I deserve. Can't. Maybe soon. Black rain falling outside. Geiger jumping. Should let it kill me, but bottling water from back of cave all the same. Sounds dead outside, but can't look. Geiger goes lethal 15 feet from the cave mouth. Do the math. Radiation goes down before water runs out, or I never leave this cave. A year later. Happy New Year. 2 months in cave, still lethal outside. Don't get it. In the army they said 2 to 4 weeks cleared fallout. Less than a month's water left. Been mopping condensation off cave walls. Wringing shirt into bottles. Trading calories for H2O. Food stocks holding. Thanks USGS. If there was even a chance I'd see the two of you again, I'd run outside. January 10th. Sounded like windstorm out there for 2 days. Radiation down 500. What happened? January 15th. Took a peek. Snow. It glows green. January 28th. Radiation low enough I could risk short exposure outside. More important, cave stream now drinkable if I use rad drugs. January 30th. There is nothing alive out there. Okay. Yeah. I can't even imagine, like, being in that kind of position. So this is just a guy, he was a soldier, right? Who happened to be out of town, away from any major city when the bombs fell. And immediately his regret is that he wasn't there to die with his family. So Char, who I assume is probably Charlotte, was his wife. His son as well. What was his son's name? Was it Daniel or David? I want to get it right.
The spitter
Alex.
The green monster
his
men
son's
aren't
name.
native to Zion. Wonder where they came from.
His story is so heartbreaking. I can imagine being in that situation where you know everybody that you know is dead. What do you even do? But he decided to keep living. Somehow, someway, he decided, you know what? I'm not gonna die. Must take a hell of a lot of strength to make that decision. Yeah, the water is clean here, which is nice. Dead horses. Two bears high-fiving. Yes. Angel Cave.
Hoi. Auslander Zuka Joshua Graham?
Am I looking for Joshua? Yes, I am. Can you tell me where he is?
You know our tongue. Smart, Auslander. Joshua in high place of cave. You show respect, Utman. Joshua is greatest warrior. You show him no
Yeah, their
respect.
language is like... It's some sort of like Creole language. It's like a mix of whatever their indigenous tongue is, English, and then I think it's also Dutch as well. Or like Afrikaans or something like that. I'll make sure to be on my best behavior then.
You wise for Auslander.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
We should have given you a better welcome on your first visit to Zion. But from what I hear, the Whitelegs beat us to it. Whitelegs seem to be the only visitors we have these days. And I wouldn't have expected anyone from the Mojave to come looking for us. And you're a courier, no less. Not the one I was expecting, but I suppose he wouldn't have come with a caravan. I don't know if you were close to the other members of your group, but you have my sympathy. I pray for the safety of all good people who come to Zion, even Gentiles. But we can't expect God to do all the work.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most interesting characters in the whole Fallout franchise. I came here with the Happy Trails Caravan Company to make contact with the New Canaanites.
Happy Trails. I remember. They were good friends. I have bad news for your employers. New Canaan was destroyed, its citizens scattered. All because of the Whitelegs. And Caesar, of course. The Whitelegs want to join the Legion. Caesar's rite of passage is the destruction of the New Canaanites. Almost assuredly because of me. The good news is that we can help you find your way back. Daniel, one of the other New Canaanites, has made many maps of the region. The bad news is that we can't help you right now. Not with everything that's going on.
I'm not going to leave without offering to help. What can I do?
You're a good neighbor to us. We all go through periods of darkness. In such times, we can turn to the Lord. But it's good to have friends. Daniel and I need pre-war tools to help us navigate beyond Zion. Should we need to evacuate, these instruments will be vital to us. Normally, we would have some of the dead horses or sorrows look for them. But many pre-war buildings in the valley are taboo. They won't go inside.
Yeah, tell me about this taboo.
The Sorrows believe in a spirit that lives in the caves. Say the spirit punished them once for trespassing. They put special marks around the cave entrances to keep people out. It doesn't work on the Whitelegs, of course, but the dead horses are spooked.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Follow's Chop can help you find your way around the valley. He's inexperienced, but he knows enough of our language to ignore the taboos about pre-war buildings.
Joshua.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
Caesar is dead. I saw to it personally. I thought you should know.
I have to admit, it's hard to believe that even after all he did to me, all he tried to do to find and erase me from this world, he went first. No doubt this will be good for the Mojave. I can only hope Arizona and the tribes don't suffer as the Legion falls apart around them.
You don't think Lanius can lead the Legion?
I think only Caesar can lead the Legion. I've never met anyone who could take his place. I couldn't. I never had a mind for logistics. I don't know Lanius, but from what I've heard, he has no interest in leading anyone, unless it's in battle.
He's only a military leader.
No. The Legion dies with Caesar. What follows now are just the last steps of a man who does not yet realize that he's walking dead.
What did you say about a courier? Who are you expecting?
Caesar would never admit this openly, but he knows that I'm alive.
Okay.
I've killed enough of his Frumentari and assassins that have come looking. I've heard one of them travels the Mojave as a courier. Most of Caesar's agents meet a fitting end in NCR territory, but maybe this one survived.
You actually forgot that Ulysses, who's the antagonist of the 4th DLC, he actually has quite a big role in this. Pray God, what are you talking about?
I am a New Canaanite. We believe we are the heirs of a spiritual tradition, given to our ancestors thousands of years ago. We have made and kept covenants with our Lord God to honor his laws. In exchange, we are promised eternal salvation after this life. A day will come when our Lord returns to judge us all. Until then, we must honor his laws and start others along the path of salvation if we can. That's why we trade with others and work the tribes. We have more than food and medicine to offer. Good news is our most valuable commodity.
Sounds like a good deal.
In a world filled with misery and uncertainty, it is a great comfort to know that, in the end, there is light in the darkness. Every day we move closer to our judgment. We must do our best to walk in the footsteps of our Lord and teach others how to do the same. For many of us, the road is a difficult one, but the path is always there for us to follow, no matter how many times we may fall.
Do you ever fall?
Every day. Some days are harder than others.
Do you have anything to trade?
We do. Though the Whitelegs destroyed New Canaan, they didn't destroy all of our supply caches. All forms of currency are recognized here. Caps, NCR dollars, even Legion coin. Take a look.
Alright. Do you actually have any stuff that I could use? Not really. Unless I want a 45, which I don't really. .45 ACP. You know what? Why not? Let's buy a 45. It's the M1911, which was a gun that was made by a Mormon, Joseph Smith Jr. My Neko-chan is ready to attack. Oh no.
Right now, I'd like you to focus on helping Daniel. Maybe there will be time later.
Ah, he's not going to tell me his personal story.
God be with you.
I see the stickers, B. You put them on my face. That's cool. Yeah, I saw this on Twitter, and I thought I would give it a go. Looks like a fun little add-on. Get all the love. Thank you. Oh, look at this gun, man. This is a nice pistol, man. The M1911, it's a classic. It's an all-time classic. Alright, here we go. Tell me your story, Follows Chalk. I don't think I've ever actually really talked to you.
What can I tell you?
Yeah, I want to know more about you.
What can I tell you?
Why are you called Follows Chalk?
Our advanced scouts leave chalk signs to mark places rich with game. I'm not a full scout yet, so I follow the marks and guide the hunters.
Huh. How about those tattoos?
Dead horses mark ourselves to commemorate our hunts. When a hunter takes a great beast, or when a youth goes on his first hunt, he gets a tattoo.
Hmm. What did Joshua do for you?
If it wasn't for Joshua, the dead horses would still be the whipping boys of the Zion Valley. He taught us how to hold our territory, to protect ourselves. He guided us away from Caesar, and showed us how Caesar would have destroyed us.
It's interesting how Graham says it Caesar, which is the not correct pronunciation. Follows Chalk says it as Kaiser. Interesting. Tell me about your tribe.
We came up in the land of the dead horse, though why the back when folks called it that, I got no hint. We raided, we fought, we lost. Our enemies drove us back into Zion, and we would have died if it hadn't been for Joshua. Joshua and his Caesar.
Wait, what about Kaiser?
When Joshua first came to us, he was servant to a man he called Caesar. He led his master's armies, and we were ready to follow him into war. Then he lost his master's army to a tribe called NCR, the Sunset People. When he returned, he was as you saw him. Burned, broken, but changed. He led us away from Caesar, led us to our own destiny in Zion.
I like how he didn't know that it was like an abbreviation, so he thinks it's a name, NCR. That's cool. Do you remember anything about Joshua before he became your leader?
Only a little. I was very young. He was different. Prouder, yes, but harder, crueler, more driven. Really, I was terrified of him. We all were. When he came back, I almost didn't believe he was the same man. He was humbler. He wanted to protect, not destroy.
Interesting. That's
Ask
okay now.
away.
Maybe later I'll tell you some more. I'll ask you some more questions.
Go with fortune, friend.
Yeah, so Joshua had some sort of religious experience after he nearly died. I mean, I guess he decided he wasn't happy with the direction his life was taking. Probably came to regret the stuff that he was doing. I can imagine being responsible for the deaths and enslavement of tens of thousands of people can, you know, it can weigh on you after a while. Especially if you are a person who is ultimately good inside. Alright, what quests do we have? Roadside attraction, go on fishing, tourist trap. Let's go roadside attraction for now.
Like, feels good to be doing it. Not just following.
Ranger Station Peregrine. Joshua's story is really interesting. It's just a man who sort of lost himself, and then he kind of found himself again. I think it's something a lot of people can relate to.
Whoa!
Come on, frame rate. Stop being so tricky.
Here we go!
Oh, crap. Yeah, so these signs are one of the taboo signs. Yeah, so for the tribals, they believe these places are cursed. Because they're from, you know, the old days. But for Follows Chalk, he doesn't really... He's not too fast. He's like, yeah, whatever, you know. It's just places. It's just stuff. I'm getting a lot of pistols, so I didn't actually need to buy the pistol off Joshua before. That's alright. We can always use it to repair. Yeah, I reckon this is probably like the most visually interesting area in New Vegas. Which, to be fair, compared to some of the other areas, it's not really saying that much.
See this? This is why your own 2 feet are better than any cart. Whether it's pulled by critters or goes on its own.
Search for a compass, okay. Compass. It's a dino toy. Oh, there we go, there's the compass. Let's repair the compass. Do these count as lunchboxes or no? Don't think they do. Go on fishing. Start with the bridge. Oh, we leveled up, nice. I think barter is going to be a good investment for points. Energy weapons I'm going to start working on too. Another point in barter. Wait, what kind of gun do you have? Do you have a 45? Yeah, you've got a 45. So the 45 is actually quite like a powerful round. I guess it's probably more accurate to say it's a big round for a pistol. Freaking mantises. Imagine if mantises actually were that big. That would actually be, like, terrifying. Like, they're quite a brutal, species, praying mantises, right? I don't know about other mantises, but praying mantises I know. The fact that the male is, like, consumed as part of the mating process is quite a frightening prospect, to say the least. East Fork Bridge. That's an interesting license plate. 0000000. Wonder how much you'd have to pay to get that license plate. I don't know about other countries, but in Australia, you can actually pay for certain license plates. Like, you can customize it.
The spitter plants and the green monster men aren't native to Zion.
Freaking Cazador. That's young Cazadors. I really cannot escape Cazadors no matter where I go.
Healing! Something!
I want to go inside Yaoguai Cave. Not right now. Sounds like a place where there might be a lot of Yaoguais. Just a thought, based on the name. Okay, took a bit of health damage there. Yeah, because we have the rebreather, we don't have to worry about drowning, so... This guy just stands still and let me shoot him in the head. I thought that was a dude. It's a plant. It's one of those banana yucca plants or whatever they're called.
Fighting time!
Mantis glove.
Hope you got better than
What's this guy doing? What is the dog doing? What a strange encounter. Yeah, the white legs, they're pretty well armed, but they're not like terribly proficient fighters. We'll put it like that. Like, they've got good equipment, but they're not like very tactical or anything like that. Young gecko. I wonder if there's a person who's like a rapper or something and they call themselves Young Gecko. If not, they should be.
For as long as I remember, the dead horses have
There is the
thought the
walkie-talkies.
places of the old world were taboo. Doesn't look so spooky to me.
Yeah, this is probably the thing that's like, that I remember most about Honest Hearts, was a lot of these quests are just like fetch quests. Literally just like, oh, get us some items. But I really gotta look past the simple nature of the quests and actually really focus on the story that's being told. Those are dead horses. Yeah, they are dead horses. Nice. So we help them out. But yeah, it definitely does feel like an active, like, war zone, which is a nice touch. Because to a large extent, Vegas itself doesn't really feel like that. There's a big green gecko. we hit or miss? I genuinely can't tell if we hit or miss that shot. Let's pop a couple stings. Let's catch up our gun.